So cameras up. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, Resolute TV. We've got a special live stream. I'm the Freedom Chef, Dean McRae. I've got two things that we're going to talk about today that are pretty exciting. We have on my right the amazing Arlene Blencowe. We're finally catching up in person. And on my left, I'm not sure who this guy is, very shady looking character. No, he's a top guy, Romeo Harb. He's the owner of this lovely establishment, Home Cafe in Balgownie, also Sea Vista Cafe in Gerringong. And on the big news stakes, Arlene's got a world title fight with Chris Cyborg. It's announced, it's public, it's all happening.
I know, we're finally able to announce it. So, yeah, exciting. Obviously, we've been talking about it for a while now, but it's out there, it's happening, less than 4 weeks away, and we've been training hard and ready to smash it.
Ready to smash it? Are you going to knock her out or what?
If I don't knock her out, I'm definitely going to outpoint her and make it, very, very clear that I'm the better fighter.
Good girl. That's it. Smashing it. So, well done. Where's the fight being held?
Mohegan Sun, Connecticut in America.
Connecticut in America? It's cold over there, isn't it? Every time I hear the word Connecticut, I think cold.
I think we'll be crossing seasons. So, yeah. I mean, in saying that, like, America's crazy. In the summertime, you're indoors and they crank the air conditioner, so I'm always in tracksuits in the summertime over there. And then in the wintertime, you go inside and they've got the heaters cranking, so there's no moderate temperature. But, I think they've got like a fight sphere happening, so we're going to spend a lot of time indoors, quarantined, locked in a hotel room, staying very COVID safe, which is what's allowing us to be able to have this fight.
So you're going to wear a big scary mask? Like
intimidating one? At the weigh-in, I have to wear a face mask, so I definitely have to try and source a really cool one.
Get like the Jason Voorhees type, or Freddy Krueger or something?
Yeah, there's some cool ones out there at the moment.
Very trendy. So the other thing that's going on as well that we're going to talk about in the next 30 minutes is Romeo and I have known each other for a long time, and last year we did a charity, and Arlene's actually agreed to help support the charity and help us promote it, which is really great. It's called Ride for Joe. We raised money for the level 7 of the cancer ward in Wollongong. Joe's Romeo's dad. You're allowed to look at the screen, mate. Don't be so nervous.
Nobody's trying to find the details.
Okay, you find the details. Nobody's going to bite. But yeah, Joe was Romeo's dad. He passed away and of cancer, and the cancer ward there did really great work for Joe and his family. So we got together, put our heads together, and decided to try and raise some money for Ride for Joe. We did it through the Rotary Gerringong. And how much did we end up raising last year? I know on the ads it's sort of, I think, 3,000 something on the big giant check. What was the final number? Do you remember?
The final number was just a touch under 5, so about 4/8 final number, and that was through everyone who rode on the day. Everyone just chipped in $50, and
so the nomination fee to do the ride is sort of obviously it's a token gesture to the cancer ward, $50 a throw. Obviously, anybody who'd like to show up can do it. It's from Balgownie here where we're located over to Gerringong. Obviously, it just makes sense to do it that way. And obviously, we'd love to get as many people to come along. And if Arlene's fighting fit after winning a world title, she may just show up with her Bellator world title belt and win the bike race as well.
No, it was awesome. I didn't realise it was actually push bike. When you first were telling me, I thought it was a motorbike ride. But that's definitely an awesome idea and gesture, obviously. How do people make donations if they're not participating in the actual ride? Like, how can people make donations to the charity?
It's a pretty good question. So we've set a target of $10,000 this year since we nearly hit 5, and now we've got a number 1 world title contender helping out. So I think we can aim a bit higher. Ron, have you got bank account details? How do we do it? Do we donate to the Rotary Gerringong Rotary Club?
Yeah, it's all being done through Gerringong Rotary. I couldn't find the details now, but we'll post them up later.
Post it. There's a Ride for Joe Facebook page. If not, check the Resolute TV Facebook page. I'm sure Arlene will be happy enough to share some stuff around on her social media. That's Aussie girl. Angerfist.
Yeah.
Angerfist. What a great name. How good is that?
Bloody terrifying.
Isn't it? So look, the general gist as far as that goes will be, $50 if you ride on the day. If you just want to donate, you'll be eligible to. Last year, we also did a whole bunch of silent options. So obviously at the cafes here, we donated some meal packages and all those sort of things. And
Might have to throw in a Bellator signed glove.
A Bellator signed glove, yeah, look, that'd be awesome. There's a couple of other businesses that are helping out with all this and donating and sponsoring. Have you got a list of some of them? Or I mean, and there are more coming on all the time, of course.
So a Discount Pharmacy Group, we've got iFacility Management who's helping us out on the day. Obviously myself, and I'm sure there'll be other small businesses that will pop up and want to get involved. Yeah,
Riverina Hemp and Health will be donating, and so will Resolute TV. So we'll be all involved in that. And a signed boxing glove, that's pretty cool, particularly after you knock this girl out, mate.
That's it. It's going to be worth some money for sure.
So anyone who doesn't know, Chris Cyborg's probably one of the most well-regarded female fighters.
Baddest woman on the planet. She was
second baddest in a couple of weeks.
That's it. Yeah. So for anyone, obviously, she used to fight in the UFC. She's been a very, very dominant featherweight for a long time now. I've been watching her as sitting at the number one position in the world rankings ever since I started fighting. So yeah, it's a big thing, especially for an Australian fighter. To be able to, have the chance to fight someone that's at the top level and being a champion and is current champion. So go in there.
Is it fair to say it's probably the biggest fight in MMA history for an Australian fighter? Is there anybody else who's...
No. So it is the biggest fight for a female in MMA history. Obviously, later on in the year, we do have Megan Anderson and Amanda Nunes fighting for the UFC featherweight championship. But yeah, I take first place. So it's Australians are doing big things on the international fight scene. We've got the local fighter down here, Alex Volkanovski. I've actually taken on his camp and himself and his coaches help this fight camp as training partners, just because of Chris Cyborg's size and strength. So I've been down here a bit training with them. Rob Whittaker, former UFC champion. We've got a number of fighters, female and male, fighting on the international scene. So little old Australia down in the Southern Hemisphere is making its mark, and I want to be definitely up there as one of the pioneers of the sport and leave my legacy and set a few more records.
That's pretty impressive, mate. And I met Arlene as we started doing Resolute TV when we first launched. And it's probably one of the best messages I've sent out was to say, hey, would you be willing to come on and participate? It's worked out really well for both of us.
Definitely.
It's been good fun and getting to know you as well, and hopefully we can support you in that endeavour. Yeah. Now, the other side of things, Rome, since you're looking really nervous, and I know Mum's watching now. This is very blushing, mate. You're blushing. So we're at Home Cafe, and it's important that people know where home is, since you're supporting a couple of good causes, the Ride for Joe and Arlene. Where do people find Home Cafe? What do you do? What's it all about? Sell the dream, mate. Sell the dream.
We're just a small little business in Balgownie Village there, right on the main road. That's the northern suburbs of Wollongong, and we just try and do our best. Good coffee, good food, always fresh, always healthy. We do our baked dinners.
And the baked dinners took off with the COVID stuff.
Yeah, I love that idea. That was a really, really clever idea.
Yeah, just to...
How does that work? Really? How do they work? Baked dinners, I know, obviously, but there are people watching,
So essentially what we do is, rather than being your typical takeaway shop with, fried chips and fish and burgers, we do fresh meals, baked home-style cooking, and you order a week in advance, and you pick them up every respective day. And
so Monday through Friday?
Yeah, Monday through to Friday. And
packages sort of for families of 4?
Yeah, 100%. So you got kids or mum and dad or grandparents or whatever it might be. We try and tailor make and suit your needs, requirements, likes, dislikes, and gluten-free, dairy-free, whatever it might be, we always do it.
So healthy, fresh,
always, yeah.
And lots of love. Like it's super. Like I was checking it out when I first came in here the other week and looking at it. I mean, you can go to Red Rooster or any of those and get those family packs, and it's just shit food.
Yeah.
But you guys are serving like quality meals for the family, which if I lived down here, 100%, I'd be eating them.
Just tap it on there. You're not trying to get a sponsorship deal.
No, I just literally.
I mean, you're right, 100%. I don't disagree, but
No, to be fair, I actually, looking at. Sorry to just jump in there, but like looking at my sponsorship at the moment, I wouldn't have a company like that on board. No offense to but I just. For me at the moment, I'm all about having the right companies, and obviously that's why you guys are on board. But the right people around me, and I just think promoting a company that's like that, that's probably one of the reasons I don't have, which I hope I get sacked for this, but yeah, Coca-Cola on board. I don't promote, products that I don't believe in. So.
Coca-Cola, that's how I got the belly I got. Actually, no, I blame beer to be fair, but like Coca-Cola is it's just not an athletic drink. That's the bottom line of it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to sell myself for the sake of getting some extra dollars. So that's something I'll stand by. And the very reason why I'm still with Bellator is promotion, because the loyalty to a promotion that believes in me, rather than selling myself and going to the UFC, because that's where everyone's idea is. So much the same with sponsorship. Where we obviously aligned when we started doing these talks, and you believed in my story, and much. I said that in one of the podcasts that we did that. If you've listened to me on here and you believe in my story and think that would be a good fit, then yeah, sure, reach out, for sponsorship. But yeah, I feel like sponsorship's a bit of a personal thing. I never wanted to be a corporate type thing. Yeah,
which is pretty cool. So from my perspective, I look at it, and obviously anybody out there who owns a business who wants to jump on and support a world title contender and actually has a code of ethics and set of principles in achieving the things she does. She also coaches a heap of kids, does a lot of training, community driven. And mentoring. Soon to be the baddest woman on the planet. You're also doing some charity live stream soon.
Yeah. So
how's that work?
Some a sports webinar, and I really like the concept of this too. And again, it was somebody else that reached out to me. So podcasts it's this sort of situation here. Your viewers will listen, but they don't get a chance to ask questions or, there's no interaction. It's just they listen to the subjects that we personally we talk about. Whereas the webinars, it's it's like a Zoom meeting where they'll log in and they'll listen to me talking, and then there's a chance to sort of ask questions about the related topics. And yeah, it's just a little bit more personal, and it's also, I guess, aimed at youth as well. So, up and coming athletes, young children, teenagers that are sort of, starting out in their sports and might have an interest, and, they can ask, very adult sort of questions about what it's like to be a professional. And I'm excited for that. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. The whole show is pretty impressive. And I guess the other thing will hopefully be all the local fighters and combat sport gym rats and things that start coming to Home Cafe here in Wollongong and throw some support. Yeah. Mate, Gerringong, see this stuff. What's the story? Any different?
Yeah, it's our second cafe down the south coast. Gerringong, Kiama region. Sensational, best views ever. All of Werry Beach, and there's an ad out that's surf, dive and ski. No, not surf, dive and ski. Anyway, there's an ad out at the moment, and they always hit up and promote the rolling hills and the ocean. And it's actually true. It's the green hills do meet the ocean, and it looks fantastic. So
it's a pretty amazing view. It's and again, same theory down there, made fresh.
Always, fresh seafood, fresh food. Everything's made on premises. We try not to have any food miles on any of the produce we buy, so it's always locally sourced, which is something we're pretty proud of. And it's been there for 18 years now and still going strong. So it's been good.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You've been there for 18 years. You're not even 18 years old yet, are you, mate?
Yeah, no, mate.
How long have you had the Seavista?
I've had Seavista personally 3 years, but prior to me, I was there for 15 years. So.
Yeah, pretty amazing local business. Yeah. And the views are spectacular. They're off the charts. If you haven't been down there, you really should. And the best way to go and see it would be to jump on the ride for Joe, leave Home Cafe at Balgownie, ride your little push bike down to Gerringong and have a good day, hopefully in conjunction. And it's all going to be COVID-based. That's why we haven't really announced the date yet. We're sort of waiting for COVID rules and things like that, and to work it in with the Gerringong Rotary markets, which is what we did last year. We finished it off there, and those guys were really great and really supportive.
Yeah. What time did you leave?
7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Actually, no, it was 7:30, leaving here, meeting here at 7, and then ride at 7:30.
Yeah.
So everyone registered, half an hour register time. Some people had a coffee, and then off they went.
Yeah.
And I think by 9, 10 o'clock, most people had sort of finished the ride.
Actually, yeah, that was pretty quick.
It was quicker than we anticipated.
I'm actually just thinking my daughter, who actually lives down here, she actually said to me the other day that her and her cousin have been riding. So I think I might drag those two along.
Yeah,
might make a mum-daughter type thing. So
yeah.
That'd be. Well, if she's not yet, we just replay it for them in the aftermath. That's not, I've worked it out with these live streaming things. You do it and people watch, but then they watch over the week or when they're not at work and all these sort of things. But obviously, it's a great opportunity to get both you guys in the same room together while we do this. Obviously, with
for sure.
lockdowns, COVID, kilometres, it's hard to do that. So obviously, we'd really like to see as many combat sports people and stuff come and visit the cafe and get involved, support this little guy. I don't know. I'd say a little bit. Not little, no more. Yeah, you packed on some kilos, brother. Arlene, can you knock this guy into shape for me? Like, I'm supposed to be the fat bastard out of this little group.
I'd be jealous.
No, look, guys, it's all really, really exciting. The Ride for Joe, 10 grand's our thing. So that's our target. 10 grand. If we can, we'll advertise it obviously on the Ride for Joe Facebook page. Check that out. We'll share it around and everything. Donations are accepted, of course, if you don't want to do the ride or if you want to donate prizes or anything else. Contact, message, whatever you want to do through there. I'm usually running that page. And then, of course, if you want to get behind Arlene Angerfist Blencowe and support her in an upcoming world title fight against one of the most notorious, well-known combat sports women in world history, to be fair, really.
She is, to give her credit too, she's the only fighter, male and female, that's won all of the major championship belts, world titles. So, Strikeforce, Invicta, UFC, Bellator. There was another one there that I can't really remember. I think, so she's got all the world titles in the division. So, she's no mug, but...
but you're going to beat her anyway, so that's all right.
Yeah.
And the other thing people may or may not know about Arlene is you're a 2-time boxing world champion as well. So talked about cyborgs, no slouch. This one's no slouch either. I'm terrified sitting here. She's going to get cranky with me and belt me. So 2-time world boxing champion and hopefully about to be a world champion in mixed martial arts, Bellator. That's amazing. So, guys, anyone who wants to reach out, Facebook's probably the easiest. There's also Hone Instagram pages. There's Arlene Instagram pages. All the Resolute stuff, you may or may not already know where all that is. There's a heap of merch coming, T-shirts, hats, and all really cool, fun stuff because, I can't sit still. So, look, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. There are a couple of big announcements. Let's see what we can do about raising some money and supporting Ride for Joe and Arlene Angerfist Blencowe in a world title fight. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Oh, look at that. That was